Hey, what's up everybody? I'm going to review the latest video by those annoying vegans. 4 mistakes new vegans make.
Hey guys, I'm Anna.
And I'm Brian.
And we are
Those Annoying Vegans!
Today we wanted to
Original,
tell a story
happy,
regarding
healthy,
Jaden Smith and
vegan.
his parents intervening in his vegan diet.
They did an episode of Red Table Talk on Facebook where they talked about this intervention that they had. A lot of level 0 carnist arguments came up though. Protein though.
He's a vegan now, but we realized he wasn't getting enough protein.
Our son was wasting away though.
So he was wasting away. He just looked drained. He was just depleted.
Why do you do wasting away though? That's nothing to make fun of. Also, what about the shirt? Kale joy? I don't get that. It's one of the most toxic plants out there. You will definitely not get any joy out of eating kale if that's what you're implying.
Gray skin?
Yeah,
Graying
gray
of the
skin.
skin?
There was even a little grayness,
to
like
his
to his
skin.
skin.
Gray skin.
That's a new one.
That's a new one. Never heard that one before.
That's not new in any way whatsoever. I see this all the time in vegans. You must be delusional not to.
Good job, Will Smith.
There was even a little grayness.
And in this video, we are having a lovely meal. This meal is, of course, oatmeal.
That's a huge bowl.
Oatmeal is one of our favorite breakfasts. It's
Don't
a
lie.
great nutritious option for anyone. It's fast, it's cheap. We've got like a couple.
Okay, it's fast and cheap, but then also super nutritious, right? What nutrients? Could you name any? It has a lot of fiber, which is indigestible for humans, seeing as we are not supposed to eat plants. And then what? Carbs. Super nutritious? I don't think so.
Oats. There's
Yes.
blueberries, peaches, bananas, walnuts, sunflower seeds, ground chia seed, ground flaxseed, brown
Yeah,
sugar.
butter.
But look at this. I mean,
What he named is simply sugar, and the seeds are indigestible. There's no point in even naming them because no human can digest them. You probably think that you can get omega-3s from chia seeds. No, you can't. There's no proof of that.
it's just a huge bowl. Getting your omega-3s, getting your protein. You're getting a lot in this meal.
And this will fill you up for a while.
For the millionth of time, the protein in plants, the amino acids to be exact, are in the anti-nutrients and the fiber. You can't digest them. It doesn't matter what it says on paper. That's not what you actually get. You get pretty much 5% out of what the actual protein is in the plants.
It is so delicious, man.
Well on your way to getting your day's worth of vitamins and minerals and macros and fiber. So nutritious.
You literally are what you
And
eat.
even Jaden admitted that while on tour, he was only eating maybe 1 meal a day, 2 at most.
I was just eating like 2 meals a day.
That is
You
stupid.
know, and maybe one. Maybe just that one big meal, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get around to it. And now I'm like,
That's crazy to me.
He's 21 years old. He needs his calories.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just follow the health.gov dietary guidelines, a 21-year-old male who's active should be eating 3,000 calories a day. I mean, that's a lot. This is a lot of food in this bowl, and it's about 1,000 calories. So you want to be eating 3 of these every day. And if you're only eating 1 meal a day, you're not eating a 3,000 calorie meal.
It's very different if you eat a vegan diet. Then of course you gotta eat a lot because you can't digest the food. You hardly get any carbohydrates even out of the food. It also depends on how your digestive system is working. Is it damaged? Can you digest the food at all? The reason people start eating 1 or 2 meals a day is because they can't take the fiber anymore. They are bloated all day long and all that they want is relief. If you would eat meat, then you would never have any of these issues anyway. And you can go longer without eating because you're actually satiated and nourished.
Yeah, you're not going to hit your macros. You're not going to get your vitamins and minerals. And you're going to be
What
really
vitamins,
tired.
minerals? Stop saying it.
Maybe
You haven't named
you might
any.
look a little gray to your parents.
I guess.
Or maybe they were being figured
Why
out.
laugh
Will
about
Smith,
that?
he's always
How is
looked
it
like a guy
funny?
who's in really good shape. He always stays in great shape for his movie roles.
I know how to eat to make my body look muscular.
Right.
But I actually don't know how to eat to feel good. I don't know how to eat to be healthy.
You would think that with people like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Patrick Baboumian and all of these like world-class athletes who are out there promoting plant-based diets for health and nutrition and fitness, you'd think Will Smith would be a little bit more up on that and not say that his son looks like a zombie because he went vegan, but he didn't go vegan.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously has never been vegan. He doesn't claim to be. He eats a somewhat plant-based diet nowadays, but it's certainly not vegan. If steaks are vegan, it's not Beyond Meat, it's real steaks. None of the rich people eat a vegan diet. To even believe that is completely comical. And the Baboomian balloon guy, he's been on steroids for years. What differences make? He doesn't lift anything close to what he used to lift. His strength has completely gone down.
Vegan, he was vegetarian? Mm-hmm. This is a whole weird thing.
It's very clickbaity. Because of course, what happens the next day? All these news articles start popping up. Mm-hmm. Jaden in veganism, and veganism is turning Jaden gray, and
oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, people are gonna jump.
But again, why do you smile and laugh about it?
And of course,
if
in the
it's
Red
true.
Table Talk video, you know, his mom and his dad, when he was like, I just want to clarify, I'm vegetarian.
I also just want to say that I'm vegetarian, that I've tried to be vegan. I've tried it because people get very specific about, we say you're eating pancakes, I'm vegetarian, you know, I've tried to eat vegan meals. I'll go vegan for a week or so, but for the past year, I've been vegetarian.
They're like, oh yeah, that's right, vegetarian, not vegan, vegetarian.
Glossed over that.
But every news article, what does it say? Vegan diet.
That's why he wasn't doing so bad.
Vegetarian, of course, vegetarians eat dairy, they eat eggs, and sometimes vegetarians eat fish, depending on the vegetarian that you ask. So you would think that these animal products in his diet would exonerate veganism.
She looks really skinny and malnourished.
Not that
health issues.
And the guy is prematurely aged.
Is a diet. It is an
not.
ethical lifestyle that seeks to exclude the exploitation of animals insofar as is possible and practicable, meaning it is ethics-based.
But we thought we would take this opportunity to
That's
talk
a religion,
about some,
then.
mistakes and issues that new vegans tend to experience.
One, not eating enough.
This is a big one.
This is so common. People decide to switch to a plant-based diet and remove the animal products, but they don't necessarily replace them with calorically equivalent plant foods. You can't just stop eating meat, dairy, and eggs and not replace those calories. So under-eating can lead to a whole host of health problems, including fatigue, dizziness, lack of energy, vitamin
lethargy.
deficiencies.
People say they feel weak.
And ultimately
makes sense.
what that does is it taints people's idea about veganism. They blame veganism for all those issues.
They always go straight to protein too. They're like, I'm feeling weak, must be lack of protein. Well, your body doesn't use protein for energy. Your body uses carbohydrates for energy. So if you're feeling a lack of energy, that is not a lack of protein. It's a misunderstanding of nutrition, and this is very common with non-vegans and vegans alike. A lot of people don't understand nutrition.
Nobody.
What? Amino acids are not used for energy? What is he talking about? Also, a lot of cells can only use animal fat for energy. This is why vegans in some cases get skinny. It depends on how good your liver works. If you can convert the sugar to fat, you can last for a while. Some vegans even get overweight. Most don't, of course. It really depends, but nobody lasts.
He really teaches children, people in general, about
Nutrition.
Not a lot of kids know about their parents' health or even their health.
And we have to keep in mind that plant foods, especially whole plant foods, they are very, very nutritionally dense, which is a great thing. However, they are calorically dilute when compared to animal products. So you just need to eat more. I don't really know why.
It's that they are not digestible.
Just eat more.
I don't think it's
like
a
you
bad thing.
can eat more. And people are like, oh, when you're vegan, you can't eat anything. And then we say, no, actually, you get to eat more. Oh, well, you have to eat all this food. Hold on, pick one. Do you like eating a lot of food, or do you not like eating a lot of food?
And everyone's different.
No, I
On
don't.
average, women should
Certainly
eat about
not
2,000 to
indigestible
2,500
plants
calories a day.
that will
Men should
cause
be eating
gas
between
all day
2,500
long.
Two, eating only processed vegan food or eating too much processed vegan food. Because too often people think that eating vegan means just eating plant-based versions of meat, dairy, and eggs, like the vegan meats, the vegan cheeses, the vegan milks. And those foods are fine. You know, they're fine from time to time. They're certainly not the healthiest foods on the market.
Whole plant foods are not only the healthiest foods available, but they are the least expensive. And you can eat way more
Convenient.
food without the fear of exceeding your daily calories. Whole plant foods are loaded with fiber, which helps you feel full. It regulates your digestion. It curbs your hunger and cravings.
And processed vegan foods can lead people to think
It doesn't do anything to your hunger. But it does keep you full because you are literally full. That's the bloating. That's not a good sign. It's not satiating. I've never heard any vegan say that they are satiated after a meal. They always say, I'm so full.
I think that, being vegan is too expensive because we hear that a lot. And it's true. Processed foods are expensive. Whole plant foods, not expensive.
Subsidized by the government.
Idea that veganism is too expensive can lead people to, again, drop their vegan diet and opt
Look
for
at the
animal
food
product-based
pyramid.
diet.
It's
But in
plant-based. It
reality,
has
a
been for
vegan diet
decades.
Can be as affordable
course.
or as pricey as you choose. It's up to you.
We always recommend buying foods in bulk, like oats, rice, lentils, beans,
All
nuts,
slave
seeds,
food.
etc., and batch cooking for the week to make it even more cost effective. 3, not tracking your nutrition. Many new vegans and meat eaters alike simply do not know what the nutrition content of their food is. Non-vegans will often go out and have a
I don't need
burger,
to know.
milkshake,
Meat has
fries,
every
patty.
single nutrient.
They're
Plants
clearly
don't have
not
over
concerned
15.
with nutrition,
There's no
yet
need to.
When someone decides to go vegan,
Naturally, nobody
everyone
tracks
is a
anything.
nutritionist all of a sudden.
Nutrition is one of the hardest things for me to understand. I just even remember in nursing school, nutrition is the worst.
It's just a good idea to track what you're eating to make sure that you're hitting your daily macros, your vitamins, your minerals. Make sure you're getting enough protein, enough fat, enough carbohydrates. And we always use Chronometer for this. It's a great resource. And no, it is not, as some people have called it, it is not a vegan website.
It is.
It's just that a lot of vegan nutrition channels use it because it is an online nutrition tracker. The website contains thousands of non-vegan foods.
Yeah.
That's true, but it has a plant-based agenda, obviously. The same as Google. When you look up vitamin A in a sweet potato, you will find that it has vitamin A, even though no plant out there has vitamin A. It's an animal vitamin, and it will never be found in plants. The same for vitamin D. It's an animal hormone, yet the websites will say that it's there. But of course, the people don't understand that that's actually beta-carotene, for example, and that the studies have proven that humans can't actually convert it. Some people can a little bit maybe, certainly not enough, but some can't at all, which will lead to a vitamin A deficiency. And this is why vegans get all of these skin problems, eyesight, their brains don't function.
It's not a vegan website. It's just a database of the nutritional content of various foods. And speaking of Chronometer, you can check out the Chronometer for what we're eating right here. You can see
it's irrelevant.
Protein, lots of fiber, lots of vitamins and minerals, lots of fat, lots of complex carbs.
It doesn't show the biological value of any of the food. It's completely irrelevant what's in there if you can't digest it.
Almond milk in there, and some people don't think of peanut butter as a whole food, but the peanut butter that we buy is just peanuts with 1% salt. So it is pretty whole foody, but we're not absolute sticklers for the whole food plant-based lifestyle, but it is the only diet that we feel comfortable recommending because it is the only diet proven to reverse
Yet no
disease,
vegans actually eat it.
Reduces your risk of cancer. We can't sit here and
that's fake. That's been debunked. I'm not even going to get into it.
Processed foods because we know they're not good for you.
Know what you're eating so that you don't run into health issues down the line. That's a pretty standard.
It's pretty reasonable.
Thing.
The founder of the American Vegan Society died of a heart attack.
Maybe you're not getting enough B12. Maybe you're not getting enough D. Maybe you're not getting enough vitamin A. You can choose to eat foods that are fortified with those vitamins. You can choose to take a supplement. In the case of vitamin D, you can choose to spend more time outdoors and get more sun exposure. You can choose.
Some people don't get any sunlight where they live, especially in winter. And of course, there are no vegan animal hormone supplements. Those are synthetic, they are fake. They have been proven to be toxic.
However you'd like to get these vitamins and minerals. The only thing that you have to take a supplement for generally is B12. But for virtually
also
everything
fake.
else, you can choose how to get these things into your body.
4,
not understanding what veganism is. This, by far, is probably the single greatest challenge that we face as vegan YouTubers and being on Instagram and doing outreach and trying to change people's hearts and minds. People have a hard time understanding what veganism is. As we said at the beginning of this video, it is not a diet. It is a lifestyle. We don't want to needlessly exploit animals anymore, and so it extends to a person's diet, but it is not a diet in and of itself.
And along those lines, you can't be mostly vegan. You are either vegan or you're not. Being mostly vegan would be like saying that you're mostly feminist. You either think men and women should be treated equally or you don't.
This magical difference between dogs and pigs that allows us to needlessly murder pigs but treat dogs very well. This is called speciesism. This is what veganism is fighting against.
We bring this up because when you are truly vegan, then you truly care about not causing animals needless suffering, torture, and death. Therefore, it's much less.
Okay, the bowl that you have there, to harvest the plants, way more animals are killed than any slaughterhouse killed. Yet you don't care about the rodents, for example. That's the definition of speciesism. Vegans are speciesists by every definition. They only care, and they don't really, about the pigs, cows.
You know, there's no cheating when it comes to ethics. So that's it for this video, guys.
Both of them look incredibly tired. Their overall point is that veganism is about ethics, which essentially means that it's a religion because ethics were created by religions. It means that you follow man-made rules. It has nothing to do with nature, obviously, because it is unnatural. You live the way somebody else wants you to live, seeing as veganism has been around for a while, but it only got popular in 2010 approximately. It's a belief system that they adapted. It has nothing to do with human health. Vegans don't care, and most actually hate humans. Plants don't have over 15 micronutrients, and the macronutrients are also different, but it's a different story. Most people never want to talk about the micronutrients, even the ones who are not vegan but say that vegans are doing the right thing. They don't understand nutrition. These people actually talk as if they do. They talk about fiber and all the vitamins and minerals all the time, but they don't name any. Subconsciously, of course, the vegans realize that they are not getting any of the vitamins and minerals that they speak of because they don't feel right. This is why they imitate the dairy, eggs, and meat. Their bodies want those foods, but they are so delusional and brainwashed that they don't realize that by eating those fake so-called foods, they are not actually getting anything out of them. Thanks for watching.